Hello, it's Justin Woodall with Woodall Realty Group, your trusted Athens real estate advisor. And if you remember recently, if you follow my blog, I requested for blog followers and past clients to submit questions related to real estate. So this one comes from Dustin Rector. Dustin, thank you for submitting the question. And his question is, what's the deal when you see a home advertised with tenants' rights? What specifically does the seller or landlord owe the tenant, and what is the obligation for the buyer? So what Dustin is referring to, if you see a listing online, oftentimes you will see tenants' rights. So what does that mean? Basically, normally when you see tenants' rights on a listing, that means that there is a tenant renting the house. Most of the time it's probably under a lease. Occasionally it may be under a month-to-month term without an actual lease. But either way, there is a tenant living in the property. So if it's for sale and you as a buyer buy that property, when the tenant has a lease on the property, that lease is for the house and goes with the property. So say the lease runs through the end of December and you're buying the house in September, then when you purchase that house, you assume that lease. So the tenant will start making payments to you through the end of December. So if you're buying an investment property, it's a great thing because you automatically have income coming in on the investment that you just purchased. If you're buying the house with intentions to move into it, guess what? You have to wait until after December to move into the house that you just bought, unless you're able to work out a mutual agreement with the tenant for them to terminate or leave early. So that's what tenants' rights are. Basically, whatever the lease says is what you have to abide by whenever you purchase a house that does have a lease. Now, if the tenant is month to month, the law in the state of Georgia is the landlord must give the tenant 60 days notice to vacate, and then they have to be out after that. So just keep that in mind if you're buying an investment property or if you're buying a house that has a tenant in it. Make sure you get a copy of that lease and make sure you find out what the security deposit is. If you got that security deposit, make sure rents are prorated. Make sure you agree to the terms of the lease before you acquire the property, because you will basically step into that seller's shoes, into that landlord's shoes, and become the landlord. So hope that helps, hope that answers your questions. And if there's anything I can do for you, a friend, family member, or coworker, give me a call.